St. John chapter 5 verses 2 and 3 reads, "Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches, and in these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, a blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water." Part 1. A peculiar place. A peculiar place. A peculiar place. All of us, from time to time, find ourselves in a peculiar, strange, different place. And we know that it's peculiar because we find ourselves asking that legendary existential question: How did I get here? You're probably wondering, how did I get here? What did I do? What did I say? How did I let myself get into this situation? I think it was a songwriter said, I was on the right road, but it looked like I must have taken the wrong turn. How did I get here? If you are in that place at this moment and you're wondering how did I get here, what happened, don't think it too strange, because in our text we find that Jesus is in a peculiar place. Jesus is in a peculiar place too. He is in Jerusalem for one of the festivals, and for a Jewish male, that means going to the temple and celebrating. You can figure out what they mean by celebrating, but they worship and they celebrate it. But instead of going to the temple, Jesus goes down on the east side, to a place called what John the writer here describes as the sheep gate. Reverend Denise Van Dorn reminds us that at the sheep gate is where sheep are kept, bought and sold. Yeah, this is the place where sheep are kept. Imagine the smell here at the sheep gate versus what it must have smelled like at the temple, where they're burning incense to the Most High God. The smell that rises from the sheep gate is where Jesus finds himself. But it's not just the sheep gate that is interesting, because for some sheep, they enter in knowing they'll never come out. For some sheep, it becomes the door of no return. But the part that makes the sheep gate peculiar is that it's located next to a pool. And at this pool is surrounded by 5 porches, and on the porches are people who have incredible infirmities. We would call them chronic. In our day and age, they were sick, and for most of them, their only cure, their only hope while sitting on these 5 peculiar porches is that it was said that at a certain season the angel would come down and stir the water, and the first one in after the stirring of the water, my God, would be made whole. And I can imagine how many went to the pool and spent as much time as they humanly could, realizing that they would have to leave without the healing. And some gave up, and some gave in, and I'm not sure, but they were there waiting on a miracle. Perhaps you too, like me and all of us, are waiting on the miracle where we can get our lives back on track. A very desolate place, a very lonely place where deep down you can't really talk about the despair of waiting on a miracle. But there is some good news in the text. First of all, notice here that those that are sick, those that have infirmities, there is a place they can go. There is a pool, a healing pool that is available. We call it God care, where you can come even though you may have pre-existing conditions. It doesn't matter. At this pool, all can come. I heard some as they were making their way to the pool saying, just as I am. God, we need that pool today. There is a place to go. It's called the pool of Bethesda. Secondly, also notice here that there are 5 porches, which means there are 5 opportunities for healing every single day. There are 5 opportunities, Today, in our society, unfortunately, we don't get to take just one pill. It would be nice. I know there are some that are wishing, God, if I could just take one pill and all of my troubles would be gone. But there's some of us that have to take more than one pill a day. And here, those 5 porches mean 5 opportunities. So maybe taking 5 medicines a day will lead to healing, but the opportunity is there. 5 opportunities for healing. Can you imagine every single day acknowledging that I have 5 opportunities for healing? So we have a peculiar place, which is the pool next to the sheep gate. We have 5 peculiar porches where that provides 5 opportunities for healing, and then at this peculiar place, and what I love about this story is that there arrives a peculiar preacher. Yeah. This is a different kind of preacher. Jesus, he has a word for those with infirmities. Jesus, he's a different kind of preacher. I'm starting to feel something. He's not your ordinary preacher. Matter of fact, he's got healing in his hands, and healing by the words that proceed from his mouth. And the record is that there's even more medicine in the hem of his garment than all of the pharmaceutical manufacturing plants in the world. The peculiar preacher here, and he comes with a dynamic message. He's not telling anybody what to do. He's just simply asking, what is it that you want to do? A peculiar preacher, different kind of preacher, one that's got all power in his hands. I'm glad to God today. Wherever you may find yourself, it's not as peculiar as you think it is, because Jesus is there.